Good day, everyone. Welcome to lesson 11 of the Grade 5 Coding Holiday Program, brought to you by Africa Teen Geeks together with the Department of Education and myself, your teacher, Mr. Sean Muravan. It's the third week now we're meeting. I hope you guys have enjoying these coding lessons. Important links, amzora.co.za is where we can find the program that we are using to do the coding, and the YouTube link here, the Africa Teen Geeks channel. All the videos of the lessons are there. So in case you missed any lesson, you can go there and you can view the video. Okay, today's lesson is going to be about repetition and looping. I just want to give you another reminder. There's my email address. You can forward any queries, Sean Muravan at africateengeeks.co.za. And I'm also going to post a link on the chat room. A link is that you can register yourself with all your information. As I told you, remember, our lessons are being monitored, and all the learners who are interacting and answering questions and and even active on the chat, you guys will be getting certificates from Africa Teen Geek. So I'm just going to post the link on the chat. Okay, thank you. So do go and fill in your information on that link. Okay. Now, if you noticed, if you logged into Mzora Blocks, they upgraded their platform. So normally you don't see this screen here. So basically, I think from now onwards, if I save information, you will also be able to see it when you log in. So I'm going to go to a new project. Okay. And let's talk about today's lesson, which is called, the topic is repetition and looping. Now, in the past 2 weeks, I've already used a little bit of repetition in not a very in-depth way. I've used the forever loop. I've showed you that if I use the repeat 10 times, something happens 10 times. We're going to go more in depth with repetition and maybe do a few examples so that you understand. So just to get started, even can you see on the left that the upgrade on the platform, can you see the blocks look a bit different? The colors are a bit different. Normally we remember certain colors, green, and they were purple. It doesn't matter, it's the exact same thing. It's just that the colors have changed and the blocks as well. The blocks look a little bit more fancy. Even your sprites, you might find maybe a one or two extra sprites there. So it's not a challenge, it's the same thing. The wording is the same. And today we'll be using this. So for today, let's pick a different sprite. Let's try one of the animals today. Let's look at it. We've got dinosaurs. Okay, let's pick this horse. This horse looks cool. I'll get rid of the other sprite. There's our horse. Let's make the horse a bit smaller. Let's make it by 70. There's our horse. Let's pick a background for the horse. So we'll go to, let's pick a outdoor. Okay, we've got a nice blue sky farm. This hayfield looks nice. Okay, let's change the horse color and the hayfield clashes. Let's pick this forest. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to start off by using the simple repetition. Okay, just for now, to start off, to trigger any action, we're going to use the green flag. When green flag is clicked, I'm going to just make this a bit bigger so you can see. Okay. Now, the first repetition block that we used already we've used the repeat. Now this repeat 10 times, or you can type in however many times you want to repeat something. It's a very unique block because whatever you put inside the repeat, it does it this many times. So if you say 10, whatever you put in here will happen 10 times. So what I like to do is let's make some motion happen here. Let's make the horse move forward, and maybe let's make the horse say something. So let's go to motion. Let's say move 30. Let's say let's say I coding. I love coding. Let's put a weight. Now you know I like putting the weight there. Sometimes it happens so fast, and then we don't get a chance to actually see what's happening. So I will say, okay, let's change the repeat. Because if I repeat 10 times and the horse moves, then we won't be able to see it moving past the edge here. So let's say I'll repeat it 5 times. So let's see what happens. I love coding. Waits for 1 second. It moves. I love coding. And it carries on. Third time, fourth time, and the fifth time. Okay, so basically, without this repeat, if I didn't have something as a repeat and I wanted something to happen 5 times, then I will have done this, and then I would have done it 5 times and 5 times. Let me show you how you duplicate it. That's 2 times, and then I would have done it again and again and again 5 times. Now you can see how long that code can be, and sometimes you can get confused. Sometimes you're copied incorrectly. So basically, this repeat block is making our life so easy. If I want to, what if you want to repeat something 100 times? Now you imagine you're copying this and you're putting. We've got 3 lines of code. If I put this 100 times, that's 3 times 100, 300. It's going to be 300 blocks. You're going to get so confused with what you're doing. But if I wanted something to happen 300 times, I'll just type in 300 and I will put this in here, and then it will happen 300 times. So can you see how this repeat block is going to make our code look so much shorter as well as easier to understand? Okay, so that was quite easy. Now, let me show you something else. Okay, we're moving 30 steps. I love coding. Quite simple. Let me try using the save. Let's see how it works. Okay, I'm sure it will be there saved. Let's go to, let's call this is lesson 11, and this is the first one. So let me see if I click save. Okay, so let's try something else. Let's repeat. Now this is the second one I'm going to do. So I'll say 2. Now I'm sure if I'm saving this, when you log in, you'll probably be able to see it. So if I say let's repeat 20 times, let's try something different. Let's try turning. Let's spin this. Let's put this in the middle, put the horse in the middle. Let's make him spin around. So what we can do is let's go to look. Let's try go to motion. Now can you see we got turn with the arrow this way and turn with the arrow the other way, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Let's use clockwise. So I will turn, let's make it 90 degrees. Right, and let's also maybe change the color. Let's go to looks, and let's say change color effect by 25. We did try this before, but let's try it again. And I always put a weight there because sometimes it goes so fast you won't be able to see anything. So we're going to repeat this 20 times. Let's see how this works. Okay, color is changing, it's spinning. What can you see? It's going to turn. Each time it's turning, it's counted, and it's going to happen 20 times. Okay, quite interesting. Okay, let's stop this. Okay, let's save this one. Okay, we did two very easy problems. I know you guys are much smarter than this, but I wanted to concentrate on the block. It doesn't matter what's actually happening inside, but what you can see is whatever you did put inside is repeating 20 times. So let's go and now explore this block over here. It's called repeat until. Now, the repeat until block, I'm going to use this same code over here. Same code. We're going to make this horse turn around and we're going to change the color effect. But I want to be able to stop it when I want to. So I will say repeat until. Let's use the under sensing. Now sensing, can you see now it's in yellow? Let's use this one here. It's called the key space press. Now instead of space, you can go select pretty much all the keys from your keyboard, all the alphabets, your arrows, and let's use the space bar. Now what this is going to happen is going to spin, but we didn't indicate how many times it's going to turn around. So basically it's going to carry on until I press the space bar. Okay, let's test this one out. Okay, it's turning around, the color is changing. If I don't do anything, it's going to carry on and carry on forever and ever. It's going to repeat until I'm going to press the space bar. Right now, I'm going to press the space bar. Okay, can you see? We stopped the character moving. Now, it's a quite interesting thing that we can use the keys from your keyboard, because most of your games or PC games, some of you all have, I know you all play with the PlayStation and Xbox, but or even maybe your Nintendo Switch. But those of you who like playing those little games or even the PC games, most of the time you use, those of you who don't have a joystick, you use some keys. You use maybe your arrow keys, you use some specific keys, maybe the space bar, sometimes it means jump. But yeah, so repeat until is quite an interesting block. It will it'll do something forever until this criteria is met. So let's save this as the third one that I'm doing. Okay, so the repeat until, you can use it for basically anything that you want to do. The same thing that you use for a repeat. But now you will in your mind, when you're creating a program, you will know whether to use the repeat, whether to use the repeat 5 times, 20 times, or repeat until. Like there might be a situation where you don't want to use repeat until. You want to just do something 5 times. Then you use the repeat block like normal. Okay, let's do another example with repeat until. We'll still use the space bar, right? Let's move it a bit. Let's leave the horse in this corner. Let's move the horse in a square pattern like this. We'll move him in a square pattern, but when he reaches this edge here, we will turn him. So basically he'll be walking up, then we'll turn him, he'll be walking upside down, then he'll be walking down. So basically I want to turn. And if you think about it, we did use the turn, but if he's going to turn that way, I'm going to use the anti-clockwise, not the clockwise turn. So I'm take out all of this. I'm going to start again and show you how you do it. So basically I'm going to start by moving forward. Whichever direction you are facing, I want the horse to move, let's say 200 steps. So move. Now why I'm saying 200 steps, sometimes 10 steps is so little, you don't see the motion. So I'll say move 200 steps. Let's put a weight. So actually before he turns or she turns, it could be a female horse. We'll wait for 1 second. Then we will turn 90 degrees. So we'll go to motion and we will turn anti-clockwise, in other words, to the left 90 degrees. Now let's see if this works. Now I'm going to continue this motion here until I press the space bar. Okay, let's try this out. Okay, can you see? It's moving in a square pattern. Let me press the space bar. Okay, it stopped. Okay, I see there's a hand raised from, okay, not anymore. The forever. Okay, if you understand repeat, you understand repeat answer. You might find some examples online. If you remember, this is very similar to Scratch. You will find a forever if block. Forever if block works very similar to repeat until, because it's going to carry on, repeat something over and over until a certain criteria is met. Okay, like for example, you can carry on playing the game until you reach 1,000 points. Then you go to the next level. Most of the games you've been playing, you've been seeing that, like the famous Candy Crush games, or the ones that are very similar to Candy Crush, all the knockoff versions. You have to, what you got to do there is you've got to maybe get so many points, and maybe in a certain time limit, then only you go to the next stage. So very similar to that, how the repeat until works. Now let's start a new. Let's use a new sprite. Right, let's pick somebody who's got some nice motion. Let's go to people. Okay, I think we've used Avery, we've used the dance moves. Let's try this guy. Let's try Champ 99. Right, let's make it a bit smaller, not too big. Right, and let's change the background. Let's put a nice background. Now you can put whatever you want, guys. Doesn't really matter where it is. Let's make the background on this hill over here. Okay. So I'm going to show you the forever, and then I will do the same code. Maybe I will show you the repeat until. Okay, so let's start with the event. Let's say when the green flag is clicked. Let's make this a little bigger so you can see that when the green flag is clicked. Then what we can do is let's try the forever block. We've done forever before. Okay, we've done even from the first lesson where I've made music play or something. So let's try and change his costume. Right, let's see how many costumes he has. Champ 99 has 7 costumes. So let's basically move through all the costumes one by one by one. So let's go and say go to costume, switch costume. So you can see if you click here, it's got from costume A to G. So let's start with A. Then I'll put a wait, but let's put a shorter wait. Sometimes waiting 1 second will take too long. You like rather do more programs. So if I'm going to say wait, let's wait for half a second. I'm going to wait for half a second. Now, guys, if you like to carry on, now I want to move to every costume. If you like to go like this and say, okay, switch costume again. I want to switch to B. Then I want to wait, go to control, take the weight, lock it in here, change it to 0.5. We can carry on like that until you go right to G. But I like to use shortcuts because sometimes you want to do something quickly. So if I want to copy this, from the path that you want to copy, you click and right click, duplicate, and basically put it in here. So let's change this to C. Wait half second. Let's change this to D. Now I still need 3 more. So can you see here? There's 1, there's 2, 3. So if I copy from here, I'll be copying 1, 2, 3, 4 motions. I need 3 more. I can copy 1 time from here, or you can copy 1 at a time. Up to you, people. You practice whichever method you like. Now I want to do it one time, so I will come here and duplicate. Now, if you're gonna double check if you're doing the right thing, you go and count now. I remember there were 7 questions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's A, B, C, D. Let's change this to costume. E, make this F, and make this G. Okay, so now let's check this guy dancing. Okay, so he basically is going to carry on forever until I actually come here and I stop the program. So that was quite easy. So now, if I want to use the repeat until, same thing, I want him to carry on, but I want to stop it. I don't want to close the program. I want to leave the program still on, but I want to stop it. So we can use the repeat until. Okay, let me save this first. Let's save this at 5. Okay, I won't save the same thing twice. I'll just put the repeat until here on the side, and we'll save this. Okay, so let me show you. Repeat until, I will take this and just put it in here. Take this away. Okay, I didn't put the block in there. Repeat until, let's go find sensing. And let's use when I press the space bar. Let's run it. Right, he's going to carry on until I press the space bar. So now I'm going to press the space bar. Right, let's stop. Okay, this was quite easy as well. So you understand the difference now between repeat until, forever. Now what's the main thing is repeat until. You can stop it. See, forever is going to carry on forever. But if you want, for example, the sound to carry on right from the beginning to the end, forever is a good thing to do. If you want something to move constantly throughout the entire program, forever is a good one. Repeat until is if you want to carry on doing something until a certain criteria is met, you want to stop it, then you use repeat until. And if you want to do something a specific number of times, if I want to do something 3 times, for example, I want to ask a question 3 times, then you use repeat 3 times, repeat 3. Okay, you will get used to this. You will know exactly when to use something. But I have a hand that's up. Let's answer this question from, I think, Zoe. Let's get your question.
Hello,
Hi.
Sam.
Hi.
Hello, Sam.
Hi, Zoe.
How are you?
I'm okay. Yourself?
I'm good. So, sir, I'm a bit lost.
Okay. Did you enter late in the lesson or you were here from the beginning?
I started the lesson a minute late.
Okay, no problem. Okay, I'll explain to you. Let me just give you a brief run through again. Okay,
Okay.
no problem. Okay, let me take Jaden's question one time, then I'll answer both. Jaden?
Hello, sir.
Hi, Jaden.
Okay, sir. I've got a question for you.
Okay.
Okay, do we need to put the man just next to the rock, or maybe it is okay?
Okay. Okay, I will show you that, Jaden. You see, we can move this character wherever you want. If you like him to be dancing in the air, on the left, and the right, basically you can do whatever you want. You're not really bound by what I'm really doing. I'm just showing you a certain method of doing it. You can go ahead and change the character and put him wherever you want. Okay, now I'm just going to do a quick recap on the 4 things. Okay, now if let's just only take the repeat. Now watch, I'm going to just go through quickly everything we did. If I repeat 4 times, now I don't want to do this whole thing too much. I just want to change two questions. Right, look over here. Let's repeat 4 times. It's not only for Zoe, this is for all you guys. Whatever you put in here will happen only 4 times. So watch what's going to happen. All right, I'm going to press play. Green flag. You can see it's done. You raise your hand 4 times and it's done. I'm going to show you again. 2, 3, 4, and then we're done. So basically, his hand is on his hip, his hand is in the air. We changed that 4 times. So hand on the hip and in the air again. So if I actually make this now 10, whatever number I put here is going to do that sequence 10 times. Okay, you did it 10 times. Now, I will put the same code in the repeat until. Same code, but now put it in the repeat until. But let me take this out from here. Now, repeat until I put a criteria here when the space bar is pressed. Now, where I found this from? I found this under sensing. Under sensing, you'll find when the space bar is on your keyboard, or you can even change this to any other button that's available here. Now the same thing, let me show you. You're going to carry on with this motion until you press your space bar, right? I'm going to press my space bar in 3, 2, 1. It stopped. Okay, so you understand so far the two. Repeat, if I said repeat 10 times, you can do it 10 times. If I said repeat until, you're going to carry on until I press the space bar. So if I forget to press the space bar and I made a cup of tea, it's going to carry on moving until I come back and realize, okay, I need to press the space bar. Now I'm going to put the same code again under the forever. So I'll go to control, go to the forever block. I'm going to put the same batcher code in here. I'll take this out now. Now what basically this means is, let me press the green flag. Right. This character is going to carry on in the motion forever, never, never. Okay, of course, there's no key that I can press to stop unless I actually stop the entire program. And stopping the entire program means actually pressing this button here. Stop. Now we don't normally stop it. We normally have to control things. Like for example, if I had the music on forever, it's going to carry on as well, just like this guy here. Okay, now I hope you understand this concept because I did use it in the previous lessons. But today we're doing like more examples, only discussing repetition and looping. Now, why do they call it looping? Now, looping, if you think a loop, think of a loop hearing, or it's like resembling a circle. So basically, just as a circle, you continuously go around. Here, this code is going to carry on in a circle, in a loop. That's why they call it looping. Okay, now let's do, maybe some people are getting bored. I'm doing too easy problems. Let's do a problem dealing with numbers and ways, actually asking you some questions and things. So let's make a program that is going to randomly generate 5 numbers. Now I'm going to do this program without loops first. Right, I'm going to show you. And I'll show you how nice loops is. So I'm going to call this lesson 6. Okay, listen carefully to my question. I want to randomly generate 5 numbers, and I want to calculate and display the sum of the 5 numbers. So basically, how many variables do I need? I want to enter 5 numbers. So I'll call it number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and let's make a variable to calculate the sum. So let's make this sum. So I've got basically 6 variables. The first 5 is to store the first number, second number, third number, fourth number, fifth number. And the 6th variable, which is called sum, is to calculate the total of everything. Now, what we can normally do, is I can ask you to enter num1, ask you to enter num2, like this. I'll go to sensing. I can say like this. Enter in number. Let's say enter in first. And I can do this. I could go to variables and I could say set num1 to under sensing answer. Remember, sensing was previously blue. Now remember, now it's yellow. There's it here. But this is going to take quite long. I like to finish this program before we finish the time. So I'm going to do random numbers like this. I will not ask. I will generate a number. So basically, I will do this here. Set num1 to. Let's go to operators. Let's say pick random one. Let's make it 20. Now let's display that. Let's go to say and with a join. Remember, I use a join when I want to say, for example, 2 things. I want to say the random number is I want to display num1. So let's go to variables and put num1. Okay, now I've got 5 numbers, people. The same thing I've got to do 5 times. Now I'm going to duplicate. Okay, I'm going to duplicate because I want to finish this program. But you can go like this, people. You can go, learners, you can go and do this. And you can go say num2. And then you can do, where can I find pick random? You come to the operator. There's pick random. Now I want to pick a random from 1 to 20. Then I want to display the number that I've just generated. So I will use a say. Then I want to say 2 things. Now if you say 2 things, you must use the join. And I want to say the random number is, and I want to display the number, which is num2. There you go, yeah. Now, I want to do this quicker. Now, I told you if I copy here, I'm copying 2. If I copy here, I'm just copying 1 set. Doesn't matter which one you use. Let me duplicate. Let me put this here, and I need 1 more because there's 5. Duplicate. There is 5. Right, now what's going on here? Let me stop this. Right, set num1, num1. Set num2, display num2. This will be num3. And take out this. Sorry. Take out this. I want to display num3. Remember, if you duplicate something and you don't change it, you rather go, since you're learning, go and do 1 by 1 by 1. So there's it there. Random number is 2. Random number is 3. That's fine. Let's do random number 4. And display num4. Then the last one here will be random number 5. And I want to display num5. Okay, let's do a quick check. Remember, sometimes if you have one mistake, it doesn't work. Let's see. Num1 is generated, display. Num2, num2, num3, num3, num4, num4, and then num5, num5. Perfect. Now I want to work out sum. Now I've got 5 numbers to add. Watch it. I'm going to say set sum. Now, if you go to operators, they don't have 5 things. They've got something plus something, 2 spaces. You can do this, people. You can join it how you want. Remember, join it. Addition, there's no board mass rule for addition. You can just add from left to right. It doesn't make a difference. So there's how many spaces do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You take this, put it in there. Look at that now. Look at how big this became. put in my 5 numbers in there. I'll go to variables and say num1 plus num2 plus num3. Oh, I messed that up. Okay, just put this inside there. Let's just put it inside. Let's make this a bit smaller. Num1, num2, num3. Put num5 there and put num4. Now guys, you don't actually have to do this here. I'm showing you this, and then I'm going to show you the easier way to do it with looping. Right at the end, I want to display and say the sum is. So let's go to looks. Right, and use my join. And I will say the sum is, and let's display sum. Okay, quite a long program. Now let's show you how this works. It's going to randomly generate numbers, right? Random number is 8. There's 8 comes in here. Let's move him more to the side. Right. Stop. Let's start. Random number is 4. Number is 1, 10, 4, 15. You add up all of this, you're going to get 34. The sum is 34. Now, that took us quite a long time. Just imagine if they asked us for 100 random numbers. We couldn't even manage 5 numbers. Look how long this program is. If they asked us to find the sum of even 10 would be difficult. I just did 5. Look how difficult it is. I'm going to save this. I'm not sure if it was 6. It doesn't matter. I'll just call it something else. Just call it 7. Right, guys. Now I'm going to do the same program. The same program using the repeat. And I'll show you how much more easier this can become. Okay. How much more easier this can become. Okay, firstly, are there any questions about this program? You quite understand it. It's just long. I asked that basically we made a variable for everything that you want. Every number that you want, we made a variable. And then I added all the variables together to get the sum. So num1, num2, num3, num4, num5, they all were randomly generated. I displayed it. Then I added it using this, the sum here where I put one inside the other. We added it and then we displayed the answer. No problem. Now I want to show you. I'm going to take out all of this, right? Too complicated. Let's call this one here now lesson 8. I'm going to do the exact same program, people. Exact same one, but now I want to use the repeat. Now I want to delete all the variables. I don't want to complicate things. Let's delete all of this and show you how easy it is if you use your repeat block properly. I will leave some there. And let's just make it one variable. I'm only going to make one variable. I'm going to call it number. Right, so basically I have got number and I've got sum. In the beginning of this program, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to set sum to 0. So starting off, I'm going to set my sum to 0. So watch what's going to happen. See, sum gets set to 0. Then I'm going to explain to you why I did that just now again. I'm going to use a repeat. Now, since this question that I did, we said that I want to enter 5 numbers. So I'm going to repeat asking that process 5 times. Then I want to generate the number. So I'm going to say set number to, I want to pick random. So I'll say pick random from 1 to 20. Pick random will give you a number. Instead of you entering from the keyboard here, it will just give you a random number. So let's display that number. Let's go to looks and we will say the random number is. and I want to display the number. So I'll go to variables and I will display the number. Okay, easy so far. Now I want to add it onto sum. Now think about this concept. If sum was set to 0 in the beginning, think about it, it's like a box of memory, like a memory box or storage box. Every time I get a new number like this, I want to add it on into sum. Remember, I don't want to replace it, I just want to add it on. So at the moment sum is 0, when I get the first number, I want to add in this number there. So what I will do is, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to say set sum to, I'm going to use the plus. I'm going to add whatever is in sum already, doesn't matter. I want to add whatever is in sum already. I want to add it to something else. And that is the number that I've just received. Look at this here. Look at it very carefully. Right? What this basically means is, think about it. Sum is this box. I'm saying sum is equal to sum plus number. That means whatever's already in there, I'm adding it to this value, which is number. So the next time when it runs, remember this is going to happen 5 times. Every time I get a number, I'm adding it into the box. And how do you add it in the box? You use this method I'm showing you. Sum, set sum to sum plus number. Now let's just say, I'll explain this again to you. Just to finish off this program. And a join. Let's say sum is, and just press sum. Now, watch this, guys. Just run this program. Run the number is, okay, I didn't display it, sorry. That number. That's my mistake here. See what I did? I put the number in the seconds. I'm supposed to use a join. Nice that I made that mistake, so you can not make the same mistake I did. You come in here and you say the random is, and I will display the random number over here. Right, let's test it now. Run the program. Random number is 2. Can you see 2 gets stored into being accumulated? Okay, let's run it one more time. Now, if this goes too quick for you, we can put a wait there to make it go slower. Okay, so what's actually happening here? The random number is, it shows that number. 12 is actually the last number that was actually generated, the last number. Every time you get a number, you add it to sum. So basically, the 5 numbers that we made, the total of it, the sum is 47. Now, can you see this program is exactly does the same thing as the previous program, but we used only 2 variables. That means I didn't waste storage space. This will work much faster than the other program. The other program used so many variables. If I come over here, guys, if I come over here and I change this watch, I change it to 10. Now, you remember I told you if I change the other program to 10, how difficult that would have became. My code would have been so long. Now watch it. If I want to add 10 numbers, I will just say repeat 10. Watch. Can you see? It's carrying on. Same code. Same code is being run. The sum is 87. Okay. Quite an interesting program that we did. I'm going to take some questions. Let me go to the screen over here. Okay, any questions that you have regarding this program? I know this is quite difficult for you. I want you to compare. Let me save this as well. Save. Okay, I want you to compare the both programs, and I want you to see how by using the repeat, it makes it so short. The code so short, it makes it so easy. We reused, look here, we reused this variable number 10 times. Then we now make it 5 times. We're repeating this 5 times. Let's take the question from Megan. Hi, Megan.
Hello. With the repeat, how do you change the number on repeat?
Okay, to change the number on repeat, you see where it's white here, you move your mouse cursor there and you can just edit it. You can make it 50 times, you can make it 10 times or 5 times.
Thanks,
So
sir.
okay, no problem. And some of you guys, I've seen that you have emailed me some of your programs that you did. Very good, well done. I can see that you're actually doing the programs that I'm showing you. With this upgrade on Mzora, it's going to make this much more interesting. If you let's go back here to Mzora. Let's see if all the things that I've done is there saved. I don't know why we've gone back to the old version. But anyway, I'm sure if you go there, we should find it. Let's go back to Mzora. Okay, I think they're going back and forth between the two versions. Now that I went to Mzora blocks, I'm going to this version, but it doesn't matter. The video is there. You can go and check exactly how I performed all these programs today. Remember, we were learning looping and repetition. Now, just to end things off, we got like 3 minutes left. I just want to share something with you on the chat. Now, most of you guys already did this, not a problem. If you have already filled the form, indicate on the chat before I stop recording. Indicate that you have already done this. For those of you who have two siblings in the same home, and if that form is not allowing you to enter 2 times, try using a different email address for both siblings. Maybe with the same email address for both is causing a conflict and not allowing it to happen. So basically, if there are 2 learners from the same home and you're trying to fill that form, try using 2 different email addresses for both of you, and I'm sure it will work. And my email address, I will show you again if you're having any problems. It is seanmurugan@africateengeeks.co.za, and I trust that you are all taking care of yourselves, being safe. Okay, thank you so much. We're done for today. I will see you again tomorrow. Goodbye.